When you're working out, you want to make sure that you're doing heavy compound movements. Okay, and when I mean heavy, that doesn't mean you want to max out or go with a 1 rep max or something like that. You want to go ahead and keep your rep range anywhere from 6 to about 10 reps. Now here's the key though. If you're a beginner and you're just starting off, you want to keep your rep range a little higher because you want to make sure that you're safe and you want to make sure that your form is really good before you go ahead and get your rep all the way down to about 6. But if you've been working out for a little while and you know most of the exercises, try to keep it anywhere from 6 to about 8 reps, at the most about 10 reps. Okay, keep it heavy, and here's the reason why. Because when you're working out, you want to go ahead and stimulate your muscles. If you go too light, you're only going to be building endurance. And that's what most guys do a lot of times. You see them, they'll go ahead and burn out, do like 50 reps of curls, thinking their arms going to get more leaner and cutter. But they don't understand though. It doesn't work like that. Lightweight doesn't get you ripped, and heavyweight doesn't get you big. Heavyweight will get you big and get you ripped. So lightweight is good for endurance. If you're doing some type of sport, something like that, do lightweight because it's going to help you with your muscular endurance. But if you're trying to get lean and ripped, don't worry about the lightweight. Go heavy, go compound, and also you want to go ahead and work and stimulate about 6 to 8 muscle groups at one time. And you'll do that very easily when they're doing compound movements. Yeah. You may work on, let's say, chest and shoulders today, but as you're doing it, you're going to realize you're using your core, you're using your triceps, and when you're doing shoulders, you're standing up doing a military press, and you're using your legs. You have to keep your upper back tense. So there's so many other muscle groups working, even though you may be only working on literally 2 muscle groups that day. So that's the difference with doing compound movements versus doing isolation, where you stick your body into a machine and your body, pretty much everything's relaxed besides that one muscle group that's being worked. It's a very, very big difference. You burn a lot more calories with heavy compound movements, and it drives your metabolism super high.
And that's probably, I say, one of the biggest differences I see between guys who get results and guys who don't. I know a lot of guys who go to the gym and probably 80% of their workout is isolation.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They never see any results, and that's why.
And they have to work so hard. They'll do 3 different exercises for a certain area, to where we just do one and it hits everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is one which is very important, which a lot of guys struggle with. If you want to get abs, then yes, the exercise is very important. You need that, but you also need to have your eating and your nutrition handled too. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to deprive yourself or go on a diet or be depriving yourself of anything. The key here is going to be just making it simple. There's so much misinformation out there about dieting and what you should eat, and basically this is a lot of gurus and experts overcomplicating things just to make you buy more stuff. Very simple when you get down to it. You need lean meats, you need vegetables, you need fruits, and you do need some carbohydrates depending on your goals, but hopefully natural sources of carbohydrates. Things to avoid: refined carbohydrates, sugars, and refined fats. Our system is good because it makes healthy eating very simple. Basically what we do is we cook a lot of food in advance for the week, and then we have a lot of pre-prepared meals where we can just stick it in the microwave, and within 3 minutes we have a healthy meal. So I would say for healthy eating, that's going to be the key. Find the system that makes it simple, where you don't have to constantly be thinking about it, and where you can eat healthy without having it have to be like a chore or inconvenient.
Okay, here's one to be a little more specific. This is an example of what I eat a lot of times, and Dan pretty much eats about the same thing. For our meats, for example, we like to eat lean chicken breasts, sometimes tilapia, egg whites, things like that. Very lean protein source. For vegetables, anything is okay, but for us, we like to eat broccoli, green beans. Not to say that it's the best, but those are just 2 vegetable sources that that we like to eat. They're simple to cook. For carbohydrates, sometimes we eat beans. Sometimes we go with brown rice, and sometimes sweet potatoes. But usually beans and brown rice is about the staple of our carbohydrates. And that's just a really simple example of of what we eat and what is really healthy and simple to prepare. And just like Dan said, we created a whole system to make it so easy to where you don't have to slave yourself and spend all this time in the kitchen. Not only hours cooking, but all the time, and have to wash dishes and all that stuff. We hate doing that, and so we created it to where you barely have to go ahead and cook, and you have food all prepped and ready to go. So there's not going to be there's not going to be any chance of you starving and have to, you know, run to Burger King or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I eat pretty clean, is because I'm too lazy to do anything else.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I can just go in there, grab a meal, put it in the microwave.
Yep.
But to go to Burger King would take like 10 minutes. I have to like wait in line, and it's just too
Yeah.
much work.
Yeah.
So
The last thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and get the right advice. It's good you're watching this video right now, so you're picking up on some really good stuff. But make sure that when you're getting advice from somebody, make sure you're getting it from somebody who's know what they're talking about. You know, and here's a pretty easy way to tell. Take a look at them, see what they look like. A lot of times, and this kills me every time. You know, you'll have somebody who's out of shape and, you know, maybe a little overweight or something. You know, guiding and coaching somebody else who's out of shape and maybe a little bit overweight, and you got, you know, the blind leading the blind, you know, and at the end it's like, oh man, they're going to waste a lot of time because nobody knows what's going on. They both got misinformation. You know, make sure that you get it from somebody who's in shape, who's done it before, and, you know, hopefully if you can, you know, from somebody who's helped other guys, not just done it themselves. It's a very big difference. Sometimes when people, you know, when they get in shape themselves, they understand their bodies, and there may be little things that they're doing, but when it comes to showing somebody else, they have to go ahead and take themselves out of what they're doing and incorporate and try to structure around somebody else's life, around somebody else's workouts, around somebody else's body type. So very important. That would be ideal. When you're getting advice, when you're learning how to do this stuff right, make sure you get it from somebody who knows what they're talking about.
yeah, I agree, and I think that's, you know, the things that really made me want to learn from you, because I saw that you were getting the results, and I saw you training people firsthand, and I saw not only did you get the results, but you could actually like really calibrate the workouts that everybody was doing to their individual needs, not just you know, give them the same exact thing. And that's what we try to do with Six Pack Shortcuts too, like really make it for your individual goals and make it so that you can customize the program so that, you know, you get what you want out of it for your body.
Definitely come by the website, check it out. It's sixpackshortcuts.com, and check out the videos. We have a lot of great stuff. One thing good about that is we have a coaching program that actually coaches you and tells you exactly how to do it, customize everything to fit your needs and to fit your body.
Basically, the reason why this program was created is that, you know, I learned from Mike. His training got me some really great results myself, and I thought that this is something which everybody has to have access to. So if you want to learn from Mike, if you want to learn how to, you know, get a ripped body and six-pack abs and get in the shape you always want to be in, check it out, sixpackshortcuts.com.